Have you ever left the doctor's office with a blood pressure reading that made your own heart skip a beat? Maybe you've been told, it's just part of getting older, or let's try another pill. But what if I told you that in just 3 days, yes, 3 days, you could start nudging those numbers down using nothing but your fork and knife? No prescriptions, no side effects, just delicious real food. Now, I'm not saying this is a magic cure. Always talk to your doctor, of course. But science shows that what we eat directly talks to our blood pressure. And after helping hundreds of seniors like you rediscover the joy of eating for their health, I've seen firsthand how a few simple swaps can turn mealtime into medicine. Let's start with day 1, breakfast. Imagine this: a fluffy spinach and mushroom omelet, sprinkled with a handful of creamy avocado. Spinach is packed with potassium, which helps balance sodium in your body, like a gentle tug-of-war for your arteries. Avocado? That's your healthy fat, keeping you full and happy till lunch. Pair it with a slice of whole grain toast, and you've got a meal that's as satisfying as it is smart. But here's the secret weapon: a dash of garlic powder instead of salt. My buddy Roy used to drown his eggs in soy sauce until his blood pressure hit storm warning levels. He swapped to garlic and herbs, and within a week, he said his morning meal tasted better. And his cuff readings? Like a calm sea, his nurse told him. For lunch, let's talk about a hearty lentil soup. Lentils are little powerhouses of magnesium and fiber, 2 things your blood vessels adore. Toss in diced carrots, celery, and a pinch of turmeric for anti-inflammatory magic. Serve it with a side of roasted beet slices. Beets are nature's nitric oxide boosters, helping your blood vessels relax and widen. Think of it as a traffic jam clearing out in your arteries. Now, dinner: grilled salmon with a honey Dijon glaze, roasted sweet potatoes, and steamed broccoli. Salmon's omega-3s are like WD-40 for your circulatory system, and sweet potatoes deliver a double dose of potassium and vitamin C. But here's the kicker: ditch the dinner roll. Instead, try a small handful of unsalted almonds. They're crunchy, satisfying, and full of magnesium, a mineral most of us don't get enough of after 70. Snacks? Think hydrating and hearty. Sliced cucumbers with hummus, or a banana with a tablespoon of natural peanut butter. The goal isn't to starve, it's to strategize. Every bite is a chance to tell your body, hey, let's lighten the load. Now, I know what you're thinking. This sounds too good. Where's the catch? The catch is that it's not about perfection. It's about direction. Miss the avocado at breakfast? Toss a handful of spinach into your smoothie instead. Forgot to buy lentils? Canned beans, low sodium, of course, work just fine. My cousin, Evelyn, started this plan after her 3rd blood pressure med left her dizzy. By day 3, she was raving about her energy levels, and her doctor was baffled by her improved numbers. "What's your secret?" he asked. She grinned and said, "I'm eating the rainbow, and it's delicious." So give day 1 a try. Chop those veggies. Season boldly with herbs, and savor every bite. Tomorrow we'll explore day 2, where we'll tackle sneaky sodium traps, a life-changing spice trick, and a dessert that's actually good for your heart. But for today, just focus on one meal at a time. Your body's been waiting for this. Remember, food isn't just fuel. It's a love letter to your future self. Now, I don't know about you, but after day 1, I always wake up feeling like my body's whispering a little, thank you. Maybe it's the extra spring in your step. Or maybe it's just noticing that your rings fit a little looser because you're not holding onto so much water. Either way, day 2 is where the magic deepens. Today, we're not just feeding your heart. We're tricking your taste buds into falling in love with foods that love you back. Let's start with breakfast. Yesterday's omelet was all about potassium and healthy fats. Today, let's mix it up with a berry burst oatmeal. Now, I can hear some of you groaning. Oatmeal, that's boring. But trust me, this isn't the gloppy stuff from your school days. We're talking steel-cut oats simmered in unsweetened almond milk, topped with a handful of blueberries, raspberries, and a sprinkle of chia seeds. The oats are packed with soluble fiber, which acts like a sponge for excess cholesterol, and berries. They're bursting with antioxidants that protect your blood vessels like tiny bodyguards. Here's the game changer. Add a teaspoon of cinnamon. Not only does it make your kitchen smell like a cozy cafe, but studies show cinnamon can help lower blood pressure by relaxing blood vessels. My friend, Martha, calls this her sweetheart bowl because it's sweet on her heart without a grain of sugar. Now, let's talk lunch. Ever tried a walnut and kale salad with grilled chicken? Kale gets a bad rap for being tough. But here's a trick: massage it. Seriously, tear the leaves into bite-sized pieces, drizzle them with a little olive oil and lemon juice, and rub them between your fingers for 30 seconds. It softens the kale and makes it taste almost buttery. Top it with walnuts, loaded with omega-3s, sliced apples for crunch, and a handful of dried cranberries. The dressing? A simple mix of olive oil, balsamic vinegar, and a smidge of Dijon mustard. But here's the real hero: walnuts. They're rich in arginine, an amino acid that helps produce nitric oxide, the same artery-relaxing compound found in beets. My Uncle Joe used to snack on salted peanuts while watching the game. Swapping to walnuts dropped his systolic pressure by 10 points in a month. Now, he says, "I don't miss the salt. I miss the game commercials." For dinner, let's get cozy with a garlic herb turkey meatloaf. Ground turkey is leaner than beef, but we'll keep it juicy by adding grated zucchini and onions. Mix in minced garlic, parsley, and a dash of smoked paprika for depth. Instead of breadcrumbs, use rolled oats to bind it. They add fiber without the bloat. Serve it with a side of mashed cauliflower. Steam it. Mash it with a splash of almond milk and roasted garlic. You'll swear it's potatoes. And sautéed green beans with slivered almonds. Why cauliflower? It's a potassium powerhouse. And when you roast the garlic, it becomes mellow and sweet. No need for salt. My neighbor Hank, a self-proclaimed meat and potatoes man, tried this and admitted, "I'd choose this over my old meatloaf any day." And my belt agrees. Snack time. Let's talk about dark chocolate-dipped strawberries. Yes, you read that right. Dark chocolate, 70% cocoa or higher, contains flavonoids that improve blood flow. Melt a square of it, dip a few strawberries, and let them cool on parchment paper. It's decadent, it's romantic, and it's medicine in disguise. Just stick to 2 or 3. This isn't a free pass to raid the candy aisle. Now, I know some of you are thinking, this sounds like a lot of cooking. But here's the beauty of day 2. It's designed for leftovers. Make extra oatmeal and reheat it tomorrow with a splash of milk. Double the turkey meatloaf and freeze individual slices for nights when you're just not in the mood. And that kale salad. It actually gets better the next day, as the flavors meld. Let me share a story. Gloria, a viewer from Arizona, wrote to me saying she'd given up on cooking after her husband passed. "Too much effort for one person," she said. But after trying day 2's recipes, she started hosting solo dinner parties, complete with candles, and her late husband's favorite jazz album. "I realized," she wrote, "nourishing myself is how I keep his memory alive." So, if you're feeling overwhelmed, remember, this isn't about rigid rules. It's about rediscovering the joy of creating something that honors your health. Forgot the garlic in the meatloaf? Toss in some rosemary. Not a fan of kale? Swap in spinach or arugula. The goal is progress, not perfection. And here's a pro tip. Keep a sodium squad in your spice rack. Cumin, turmeric, oregano, and lemon zest can make even the simplest dish sing. Without a dash of salt. Experiment. Your taste buds might surprise you. As we wrap day 2, I want you to notice how your body feels. Maybe your joints are a little less stiff, or your head feels clearer. Maybe you slept a bit deeper. Those aren't coincidences. They're conversations between your meals and your cells. Tomorrow, We'll round out the plan with day 3, a day full of vibrant, globally inspired flavors that prove eating for your heart doesn't mean sacrificing adventure. But for now, pat yourself on the back. You're not just changing your diet, you're rewriting the story of what it means to thrive after 70. Food isn't just survival, it's celebration. And you, my friend, are worth celebrating. Isn't it wonderful how food can whisk us around the world without ever leaving our kitchen? Today, we're embarking on a culinary adventure, one that'll send your taste buds to the Mediterranean, the Andes, and even the bustling markets of Southeast Asia, all while keeping your blood pressure grounded like a wise old tree. Let's dive into day 3, where flavor and health collide in the most delicious way. The host gestures to a bowl of quinoa, its golden grains glistening. Host, conted. First up, Sunrise Quinoa Breakfast Bowl. Cook your quinoa in low-sodium vegetable broth for extra depth. Then top it with sautéed spinach, cherry tomatoes, and a soft-boiled egg. Quinoa's a complete protein, and those tomatoes, they're rich in lycopene, which studies show can help relax blood vessels. Drizzle it all with a tahini lemon sauce. Just mix tahini, lemon juice, and a touch of honey. It's creamy, tangy, and secretly fighting inflammation with every bite. My cousin Rosa visited Greece years ago and raved about their breakfasts. When she tried this bowl, she texted me, "Tastes like Santorini without the jet lag." Now, she serves it to her grandkids who call it confetti breakfast. For lunch, let's build a rainbow Buddha bowl. Start with a base of mixed greens and brown rice. Add roasted sweet potatoes, hello potassium, edamame for plant-based protein, shredded purple cabbage for crunch, and avocado slices. The star? A ginger turmeric dressing. Blend fresh ginger, turmeric, olive oil, apple cider vinegar, and a date for sweetness. Turmeric's curcumin is a natural anti-inflammatory, and ginger aids circulation, like a gentle massage for your veins. Here's a tip. Roast extra sweet potatoes at dinner and stash them in the fridge. They'll save you time today and taste even sweeter tomorrow. Now, dinner. Mediterranean herb-crusted cod with lemon-roasted asparagus and a side of pearl couscous. Crush almonds, parsley, and a touch of garlic into a coarse crust for the fish. Almonds add magnesium, which helps regulate blood pressure, and the herbs? They're like a symphony for your senses. No salt required. The asparagus roasts alongside, caramelizing into tender spears that practically melt on your tongue. But let's talk about the real secret weapon, lemon zest. Grate it over the couscous for a citrusy punch that wakes up the whole dish. My neighbor, Mr. Thompson, a retired sea captain, tried this and declared, "Tastes like the port of Marseille, minus the seasickness." Snack smart with cinnamon-spiced almonds. Toss raw almonds in a mix of cinnamon, a pinch of cayenne, and a drizzle of honey. Roast them low and slow to preserve nutrients. Cinnamon stabilizes blood sugar, and almonds' healthy fats keep cravings at bay. Plus, they're portable. Toss a handful in your pocket for errands. Now, I know some of you are thinking, 3 days? What happens next? Here's the truth. This isn't a detox or a quick fix. It's a blueprint, a spark. After day 3, you can cycle these meals, mix and match, or expand with your own heart-healthy twists. The key is consistency, not perfection. Take Linda, a viewer from Texas. She completed all 3 days, then repeated the plan twice a month. After 6 weeks, her blood pressure dropped from 150/95 to 130/85. Her doctor asked if she'd started new medication. "Nope," she said, "just new recipes." As we wrap day 3, I want you to pause and reflect. How does your body feel? Lighter? More energized? Maybe your mind's clearer, or your knees ache a little less. That's not coincidence, it's your cells cheering. Tomorrow we'll tie it all together with simple strategies to make this plan stick. How to dine out without derailing, decode food labels like a pro, and even involve your family in the fun. But for today, celebrate how far you've come. You've armed yourself with meals that heal, delight, and connect you to the wider world. So tonight, as you savor that herb-crusted cod, imagine the Mediterranean breeze on your face. Picture the markets of Marrakesh, the vineyards of Tuscany, the spice farms of India. You're not just eating, you're exploring. And your heart? It's thanking you with every steady, strong beat. Here's to your journey. May it be as rich and flavorful as the food on your plate. You've journeyed through 3 days of meals that don't just feed you, they heal you. And if you're here, that means you've already taken the hardest step, the first one. But let's be honest, the real magic isn't in 3 days. It's in what comes next. How do you turn this spark into a lasting flame? Let's talk about that. Not with strict rules, but with simple, joyful strategies that fit into your life, like your favorite apron. First, let's tackle dining out. Imagine this. You're at your favorite diner, and the server hands you a menu the size of a newspaper. Instead of panic, think, "I've got this." Ask for dressings and sauces on the side. They're often sodium bombs. Choose grilled over fried, and swap fries for a double order of veggies. And here's a little phrase I use. Can you season this with herbs instead of salt? Most chefs are happy to oblige. My friend, Clara, celebrates her grandkids' birthdays at a pizza place. She orders a margarita pizza with extra veggies, blots the oil with a napkin, and enjoys one slice with a giant salad. I still get the fun, she says, without the sodium hangover. Now, let's decode food labels. Next time you're at the store, turn that package over and look for 2 numbers: sodium and added sugars. Aim for less than 140 milligrams of sodium per serving and less than 4 grams of added sugar. And watch out for sneaky terms like broth, cured, or teriyaki. They're often salt in disguise. Here's a game I play. Find the no salt added version of your pantry staples. Tomatoes, beans, broth. They're out there, hiding in plain sight. Stock up, and you'll cut sodium without missing a beat. But here's the heart of it all. Involve your tribe. Cook with your grandkids. Let them toss the quinoa salad or layer the Buddha bowls. Host a recipe swap with friends where everyone brings a heart-healthy dish. Food is love, and love tastes better shared. Remember Rita, the viewer who started solo dinner parties? She invited her book club over for a Mediterranean feast last month. They roasted garlic cod, laughed over spiced almonds, and left with full hearts and recipe cards. Half of them didn't even know they were eating healthy, she said. They just kept asking for seconds. Now, let's circle back. Over these 3 days, you've learned to harness potassium, omega-3s, and fiber like a pro. You've swapped salt for spices, stress for strategy, and rigidity for joy. Whether your blood pressure's already dropping or just starting to listen, you've planted seeds. Water them with consistency and watch what grows. I want you to close your eyes for a moment. Picture yourself 6 months from now. What does that version of you look like? Maybe they're hiking a trail they thought was off limits. Maybe they're dancing at a wedding, playing on the floor with a grandchild, or simply savoring a morning without that dizzy spell. That you is possible, and it starts today. Before you go, I'd love to hear your story. Did the tahini dressing surprise you? Did your spouse steal your cinnamon almonds? Drop a comment below. Your journey could be the nudge someone else needs to begin. And if you found this helpful, pass it on. Share it with your sister, your bridge partner, or the stranger you chat with at the pharmacy. Together, we're building a community that proves age isn't a limit. It's a launchpad. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. Next week, we're exploring 5 silent exercises to strengthen your core while you sit. Perfect for rainy days or marathon knitting sessions. But for now, take a bow. You've done something extraordinary. You've chosen to invest in yourself, and that's the bravest, most beautiful choice of all. Keep that journal handy, play with new flavors, and remember, every meal is a chance to say, I'm worth it. Here's to lower numbers, higher energy, and a life that keeps getting richer. You're not just aging, you're evolving, and the world's better for it. Your best years aren't behind you, they're within you. Let's eat our way there, one delicious bite at a time.